In the last short, I was speaking about losing out on chunks of your life because of persecution. People have got a very myopic mindset. They've got a very narrow-minded way of looking at life. And so because of their myopic disease, they're inclined to feel really bereft and really destitute and really devastated, really sorry for themselves when they lose chunks of time. But those chunks of time that were lost, if at all they make a really hard knock heavy news headlines, you become more prolific for having lost those chunks of time than everybody else who got to experience those chunks of time normally. Joseph lost all of his 20s because he was a slave in Egypt and then a prisoner. From the age of 17, I believe, 17 to 18, he was thrown into slavery and all of his 20s were gone. You tell me how you would have felt upon missing out on your 20s. Those are your most energetic years. Those are the years when you're starting your career. Those are the years when you are just meeting the love of your life. Those are the nobody can ever fathom spending 10 years in prison when everybody else is living it up, having all these memories about their 20s. But what were you doing in that prison? Joseph was a slave and then a prisoner. And at the age of 30, that's when he married his wife after having been made what? The prime minister of Egypt. Second most powerful man in all of Egypt, second to no one but Pharaoh. If it was not for what under heaven happened to him in his 30s, he never would have gone to Pharaoh's household. Therefore, his 30s were newsworthy. His 20s were newsworthy because in those 20s, he was being prepared to have a most excellent 30s, 40s, and 50s, etc. and going on to the future. Do not look at chunks of time taken out of your life because of persecution and think there's nothing to write home about. I lost my 30s. I got to live my teens. I got to live my 10s, teens, and I also got to live my 20s at leisure and be a woman with memories. My Facebook is just littered with all that life. But my goodness, my 30s are empty, barren, and destitute with nothing but persecution. And now I'm 41. I've endured nothing but hardship and lost all my 30s, and people are trying to take all my 40s. Milestones that people have in their 30s, maybe having children, perhaps getting married. I never got to do any of that. But it is precisely all that hardship that's going to make whatever God is going to do with my 40s that much more newsworthy. Do not be scared of God taking chunks of time out of your life. He's making out of your story that of Joseph's.